All right, Mike Farrell from Rivals.com here with the one and only Lane Kiffin, wearing the most exciting team shirt, coming off a good day, right?
Yeah, it really was. Up and down day, like all signing days, but it was kind of strange. We were practicing. We've never had that happen before, I don't think. But we're actually out at practice. And at one point, had to have our receiver coach during team run leave because we were about to lose a guy, and we didn't get back till team, but we got the player back. So that was the good part.
Did you run in and save him, like with a cape on?
We tried, and I guess it worked. So.
Yeah, your class is good. I mean, the last few weeks you've made some real moves. You know, obviously, I assume these guys have signed. If they haven't, you can't talk about them. Don't. But ALTMYER from Florida State as your quarterback, HUDSON WOLFE as your tight end from Tennessee. You obviously flipped a kid from Mississippi State today. How important is persistence in recruiting? I mean, do you ever get impatient with it?
No, it's part of the job. And so, whenever you play well on the field, and I think that's happened here, I think a 3-game winning streak, I think that's definitely helped, and just kind of the energy our players have played with. I think the uniforms, the sidelines, we've had great feedback from that. And once that started happening, we just kind of started getting on a roll. And, Luke flipping from Florida State, as a quarterback, I think really helped a lot of kids too.
So let's talk about the offense, because the offense has been real exciting this year under Farrell, and with Elijah Moore breaking through and not getting, enough national respect till the end. Have kids told you that they really want to be part of this offense because of the way you run it and how fun it looks?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. It's you create a product that people want to be at, and so we do that as a whole, university, a football team, but specifically, on offense and with receivers. We've kind of done that wherever we've been. Had elite receivers and featured them, and all the way back to Mike Williams, Robert Woods, Marquise Lee, all over, 95 catches. I think Amari had 124, 128, and then Elijah was just gonna shatter every record there was in the SEC had he had a full schedule.
It looks like in this class that defensively the big needs were a defensive line and defensive back, and it's a deep defensive back class, but your D-line class looks especially strong. Can you talk about some of those guys?
Yeah, that was a big deal, both those spots. We had a lot of linebacker numbers returning. I really felt like we needed to get help. Obviously, we haven't played well this year on defense, and so we got to get our current players better, but you got to add players to that. And so a couple junior college defensive linemen, that helps, because obviously that's a little easier transition than straight from high school.
Oh, is there any risk reward deal with JUCO kids? I mean, do you find it's you get 2 years or 3 years out of them, or maybe 1 for 2? But are you comfortable recruiting the JUCOs? Is that something you're going to do moving forward?
We are, especially when there's a need. Now we don't want to have half our class, that way, because we want to build for the future with 4 or 5 year players. But especially as you come in after a year and see what you have and where you need some help, that's definitely an area to go to. And as you saw us, go there on defense.
Tell me what you like about ALTMYER as a quarterback, because obviously you're an offensive coach and he's a kid you had your eye on for a long time.
Yeah, special player, great family, unique skill set, can move all over the place, throw from all arm angles. So just really excited to have him. He's a great leader too.
And Braylon Brown's a huge wide receiver from Florida, early get for you. Do you have kids talking to you a lot about A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf? And I know you sell that because you should, but do people talk about, coming there and continuing the Ole Miss wide receiver tradition, which a lot of people don't pay attention to?
Yeah, they do. And then Elijah Moore, going to go be a first rounder this year, probably be the next one of those guys. And South Florida, I think Elijah St. Thomas too, which is where Braylon's from. So good connection.
And then HUDSON, we've got HUDSON WOLFE ranked higher than everybody else. He's just an absolute huge kid. Is there anybody that he reminds you of that you've coached over the years?
That's a good question.
Isn't it?
Probably Harrison Bryant, who won the Mackey for us 2 years ago at FAU. Similar skill set, size, and length. Is now, I think, starting for the Browns.
Yeah, because you put, I mean, obviously, everywhere you've gone, tight ends have seemed to develop. So I would imagine it was part of the selling point. I, I got to ask you a question. So on social media, you are hilarious, right? And you come off very gregarious and it's very entertaining. And then in interviews, you're a little shy. What's your pitch in recruiting? How do you come off in living rooms? Are you like the social media lane or are you the interview lane?
I would think a lot more social media, because that's what you're getting when you come to the program. So I think you want to go into the home and be how you are when the kids get here and how you are every day when they're around you. And then when you deal with the media, I think you got to be somewhere in the middle. If I'm myself with the media, then I'll really say things I'm not supposed to.
So you're trying to behave yourself is what you're doing.
Yes.
No, you shouldn't do that. That's kind of boring. But no, I appreciate your time because I know, like you said, that's the first time ever you've had to coach, game prep, recruit. So what time did you get up?
We're up at 5, to get in here. And like you said, you're getting here for sign day. You get that, hey, it's a Wednesday's practice for LSU too. So we're just trying to balance the best that we can.
And you'll be working till what, 1?
No, I won't be that late because we had we had a head start because we didn't play last week. So we've had a head start on LSU. So that'll help.
You'd prefer it to be an off week though, so you don't have to do this juggling, right?
Yeah, I think everybody would, but it worked out well. So
How many spots you got left?
we don't really get into exact numbers, but there's a few spots. But you also don't necessarily want to fill them because you're gonna have this one-time transfer and you're gonna have thousands of kids out there.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. And so everybody thought when you were hired and Mike Leach was hired that we were going to see all these crazy antics in the state of Mississippi. What have your experiences been with Leach?
He's great. He's obviously different. So I enjoy being around him, and I think probably similar personalities in some situations as far as just kind of saying what's on our mind. So I enjoy him.
Who's funnier?
He is. He just takes a lot longer to get to the point. He's a little long-winded.
He is. So I saw your social media numbers. Did you see that you're by and far away ahead of everybody else in the SEC when it comes to social media mentions and followers and all that other stuff? Is that an important part of recruiting, do you think?
I think it helps. I mean, we go into homes or get on a Zoom now because we get into homes with parents. I hear all the time, hey, we love, just like you open with, we love the social media, love following you on Twitter. And so it's an icebreaker, and it's just a way I think it's a way for people to feel like they're closer to you, even though they haven't met you.
And last thing, I'm a big helmet geek, as you can see behind me. Is there a better helmet in college football than the powdered blue Ole Miss?
There is not. Especially now that we added the jerseys to it too. It's pretty special.
Do you have any at home?
I don't think I have any at home, no.
Do you ever wear any just around?
I don't really rock the helmet a whole lot.
I do. So that makes me a loser. So congratulations. This is a top 6 SEC class, top 20 class overall for Lane Kiffin. Lots of moves at the end here too. Go to Rebel Grove and follow the rest because there are guys down the stretch in February that he's going to be coming after. As always, I appreciate your time. I don't appreciate you behaving, but I get it because I'm a loudmouth too, and I'll say something stupid. So I think you made it through here without getting in trouble.
All right, Mike. Have a good week. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Lane. Yeah.